Hello. Welcome, everybody, one and all, to episode number 29 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. Yes, thank you so much for joining me today. So much. You have all of my thanks. I'm totally indebted to all pairs of ears currently tuned in to and listening at this podcast. You feel me? Yes, episode number 29. We've come so far, haven't we? I can't believe how far we've come. Like, has anyone ever come this far before? That's the question that we need to ask. I'm gonna have to hire a team of historians, classical historians, to pore over the scripture and find out if anyone has ever come this far before. Because I think it's just something that is a truly remarkable marvel of the modern age, that this man, me, was able to come this far, like to here, where we are right now. Like, it's a really deep and wide net that we've cast. We've been riding all types of waves and surfing all kinds of, air, what do they call it in the air? Currents, yeah, all types of currents, torrential rains, earthquakes, volcanoes, meteor showers, all that stuff be going down, but none of us can give me a frown and put it on my face like that. You know what I mean? Because I'd be smiling, bruh. I'm smiling so much about all the shit that happens right now. It's been a big journey, a long journey, and we're not finished yet. We're not finished this journey. It's a very long, arduous journey, and it's never going to be ended. It might just go on forever. Like, you know what they say, life goes on until it doesn't. Life goes on until it stops. So yeah, we've come really far, and I'm hoping that my team of historians will get to the bottom of this question, because it's been hounding me and pounding me, and it's compounded into a new type of problem now that no one's ever seen before. And if we don't start unraveling this, unpacking this robust presentation of ideas that we've got packed in here, this condensed ideas, then maybe we'll never see the click of the shears. And no one's going to get their hair cut. There will be no more wool. No more wool. I wonder if you can make a better jumper out of sheep's wool or mammoth wool. I've heard about the woolly mammoth, right? I've never seen one. I don't think anyone on Earth has seen one unless there was one that was like fully preserved in ice, because they're extinct, duh. But yeah, I wonder what their wool was like, if it was really good wool or if it was bad wool, like if it was kind of wool that was running around at recess time, or if it was writing lines during this lunch break. That's what I want to know. So yeah, you know, it's a sign. It really is a sign of the times, man. It's a sign of today's economy, which just keeps rising and falling and busting and recuperating, but it never really bounces back the way it should. It's always getting swirled around in like going down the drain of a toilet or something into a toilet hole. That swirly old hole, man, with feces and urine in it. That's where I feel like the economy is. It's inside of the toilet, swishing around the pipes, and it's about to get flushed into the sewers. And I don't know how many plumbers it's going to take to bring it back, because not every plumber works 24/7. They're not all on emergency call out, as you know. Some plumbers, they only work like Monday to Friday between the hours of like 8 a.m. and 5 or 6 p.m., something like that. And I think we're going to need it might need to go beyond the plumbers, and we're going to get some like excavators and employ a whole city-wide sewerage type fucking flush out, or like, what's the word? Like reclaim the sewers, man. So we got our economy back. Yeah, because it's a real sign of the times, man. The dollar is weaker than ever. The one thing that you can really tell is the price of carpet is way too high, man. Way too high. The price of carpet. See, people just like need to buy that stuff, and they can't because it's too expensive, and they're not earning enough money to buy the carpet that they need to survive. Like, people, like, it's already hard enough paying rent, trying to put a roof over top of your head. You got to buy this shit by the meter, or like by the foot, square meter, or the square foot, or whatever, like depending on if you're imperial or metric, I guess, because they probably aren't selling carpet by the square meter in places like the USA, when they still measure things by fingers and elbows or whatever. But yeah, down here where the measurements matter and fucking make logical sense, I'm telling you that the square meters be too high, bruh. You got to stretch that shit out from like one side of the wall of your room, one side of the room to the other side of the room, and cover every fucking square inch, man. And it's not like they sell it per square inch, so you can just fucking like bide your time and stack up a piece of like squares of carpet or whatever like you need, like these little 1-inch tiles. No, you got to buy like a full big ass roll of carpet, and then it's hard to install, and you got to pay someone to do that. But that's if you're not already bankrupt from buying the carpet in the first place. And there's so many different kinds. They try to nickel and dime you. You got to get the some places are only like all the certifications and restrictions and the zoning, like carpet zoning. Some houses are in residential areas where they can only allow a minimum of a 1-inch tall pile, and that's even more expensive because if you get one of those high allergen or low allergen carpets, I forget what way it is, but like it's low in allergies for the people who are allergic to stuff. You get one of those, and like the carpet's really, really low to the ground. It's like a millimeter off of the concrete slab or whatever. And yeah, I mean, like less material, it's less thick. It's also not as soft, but it's easy to keep clean, and it doesn't absorb all the dirt like a shag carpet, like a fucking 1-inch shag pile carpet. You know what I mean? So if you're in like some kind of rental privileged zone back in the 70s or something, where it's just all shag carpets and woolly carpets, then like you're just fucked, man, because you got to pay tooth and nail, pay out of the eyeballs, pay out of the hip joint just to fucking get your place with a little bit of softness, and so you're not stepping on concrete floors or tiles or whatever the fuck, man. You know, cold ass tile floor, cold ass concrete slab that your house is built on. I wonder how these people are surviving outside, like people that don't have homes because they don't have any carpet, and they're just gonna get fucked up in the cold, man. They're gonna get fucked up in the rain, no shelter. They can't go nowhere. They're just out in the open where all of the fucking wild animals and the snakes and spiders and whatever the fuck else can just come along by, tap them on the noggin, lights out, drag them off into the distance, and then they're never seen from again. You know? And I guess there's probably a lot of people that'd be happy about that because like it's too many homeless people anyway. They'd be clogging up the streets and shitting on the streets and puking on the streets and being all crazy. If you ever look at them, they're all fucked up and crazy. Most homeless people are fucked up and crazy, and they're on drugs and stuff because they can buy drugs. I mean, that's how bad things have gotten. You can buy alcohol and you can buy drugs, but you can't afford a carpet, new roller carpet for your place, man. So now all the bachelors moving into their fucking, you know, lofty apartments or whatever, they might have nice windows and nice fucking doors and cool appliances and white goods like a big-ass microwave and a 1,000-litre fridge or some shit like that. But they got no carpet, bruh. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Like, you gotta roll it out. It's heavy as well. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of fucking bullshit. I think that they're like, what could the reason even be anyway? Like, they try to blame the Ukraine war first, the war between Russia and Ukraine. I'm sorry, I got in trouble for calling it the Ukraine war the other day. Some dude was like, oh, what the fuck do you mean by that? What do you mean by the Ukraine war? And I was thinking to myself, how about the war that's on the doorstep of Ukraine's fucking border, bruh? Or inside it even, you know what I mean? The war there that Ukraine is fucking locked in with Russia. What was I supposed to call it? The Russian siege? The siege of Russia against Ukraine? The Russian invasion of Ukraine? Maybe I'll call it that. The Russian instead of the Ukraine war, which is just so much easier. Like Russian. That's technically in English is 2 syllables, but if it was in Japanese, it'd be like 3 syllables. Russian. You can't really. That's the thing. Like English language, we count syllables all weird, man. Like people will say like miles. That's 1 syllable. Miles. How's that? How the fuck is that 1 syllable? It's miles. There's no 2 ways about it. But people say, oh, you say it once. Miles. Miles. Like there's 2 parts to that fucking name or word or like, you know, miles per hour. Miles. I've been driving for miles. Right? It's miles. It's not 1 syllable, man. I'm telling you. I mean, technically in English it is, but if it was in another language, I'm telling you now, they'd be axing that. Like they'd be statistically sorting that. They put those 2 fucking. They put the word into a bunch of different columns and have it analyzed by computers, broken down and then reconstituted into new words or like, you know, down into like its base form of letters. And they'd probably slice it a million different ways before they served it up on a nice warm plate that's been heating up inside the oven like while you prepared the word or whatever, the letters. So yeah, not real happy about that, am I? Because obviously I need to have a lot of carpet in my life, and there's not enough. You know what they say, I'm a meter ahead of the rest. That's what I would be if I was buying up all the carpet, but I can't afford it. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to be buying linoleum maybe instead. Maybe I'll put linoleum all over my floors. You know what they say, linoleum, flinoleum, that's what they say. Always better than carpet. I think a poor person probably made that up so they didn't need to waste all their money on highly expensive exotic carpets. That's what I think. It's all a sham. It's all the shag is a sham, bruh. You know what I'm saying? The shag is a sham, unless you get shagged and shammed up like a shamrock, like in Ireland or whatever. And Irish people got shamrocks, man. Irish people have shamrocks. They're trying to pass new laws as well that you can't have like a bare floored house. You can't be like, every room of your house needs to be covered. Tiles just aren't going to cover it anymore, apparently. You got to get some kind of fucking polyester or cotton or whatever the fuck, like acrylic shit down on your ground, like semi fucking plastic shit, tweed or whatever the hell else, like, you know. Apparently you can't just live on a concrete floor. Basement, cover that shit in carpet. Stairs, carpet. Bathroom, carpet. And then it just, you got to get the antibacterial, the anti-mold fucking stuff so your carpeted bathroom doesn't get all moist and moldy and discolored and start growing all types of fungus which can penetrate the nuclear layer of the nucleus of your lungs, your bronchitis stuff. What are those called? The broccoli inside of your lungs, the bronch stuff, the bronchitis, bronchial, fucking whatever. What are those things called? The bronchiacs? Yeah. If you go inside of a moldy carpeted bathroom, then you're going to breathe in the mold and it's going to kill you in your lungs. It's going to give you pneumonia and you won't be able to breathe and you'll be dying. And you will die. Die in your bathroom. Die. You will die in the bathroom, man. I don't know if there's any which way to avoid it either, because these rules and regulations passed the referendum and now I don't know who preferred it, but someone referred it to the new Prince of Bel-Air, and now we all have to bow down and bend over and get reamed by the long roll of carpet, bruh. It's just not on. I say we take a stand, man. Take a stand, bruh. We gotta push back against these motherfucking rulers that be putting all these regulations and restrictions on our lifestyle, bruh. But really, it seems like a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort to get those types of things rebuked. Once they claim power, it's hard to claim the power back, bruh. That's the government, man. It's governmental power creep. It's just year by year eroding our freedoms. Duh. Year by year eroding our freedoms, man. Remember how you had to like use QR codes just to go to a restaurant? First it started with that, and now they're coming for your floors, dude. Whether you're a home owner or a tenant, whatever it might be, give the government money so you can put carpet on your house. And it's like fucking fully mandatory. You can't avoid it. Otherwise you get conscripted into the fucking flooring business and you have to do 3 years of fucking service in carpet court or flooring extra or whatever the fuck else, man. You know? It's just bullshit, dude. The way this country is going, you won't be able to even have fucking windows in your house without covering them in cellophane or newspaper or some shit. There'll be some kind of dumb law saying you can't look out your window between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. You can only look out when it's like twilight or dark or like really early or really late. They're the only times you can look out your windows. So otherwise you've got to cover them up in newspaper, paper mache, paste them up or whatever the fuck else. Maybe you got to roll some fucking roll-ups up on them or whatever, like those fruity roll-ups that you get, like you used to have in school or whatever. I don't know if you get roll-ups everywhere in the world, but yeah, roll-ups. Got to put them on your windows, or cheese singles, craft singles, whatever the fuck else. Anything to block out the light so you don't fucking live and prosper. That's why people get so depressed in the winter times, because they don't get enough light. And now, if you block up your windows with fucking Swiss cheese or whatever, at least you got holes that you can take a peek through, but you better not get caught. Like neighbours be telling on each other, bro. They don't have to have police or AI security cameras pointed at your house every fucking hour of the day when the old neighborhood watch is happening for free, bro. The old neighbors tattle-tailing, dibby-dobbying on everyone, you know what I mean? Dibby-dobbing, bro. Dibby-dobbing. Dibby-dobbers wear nappies, that's what I was taught. If someone dobs on me, if anyone dobs on me, I'm going to get my mates and we're going to bash them, man. We're going to smash them. Bash them and smash them. That's how we clash them. I'm going to crash them. The problem with carpet as well is even if you have it, man, then you got to keep it like maintained. You got to constantly vacuum it. And that's another expense because vacuums require maintenance. Even the tools that you use to maintain your house, right? Those very tools need maintenance themselves. So before you know it, the vacuum cleaner needs a new bag. Before you know it, the fucking vacuum cleaner needs to be fully serviced or whatever because it's clogged up full of hair or whatever, bugs, whatever shit you be, coins, whatever you suck up with that vacuum, you know? And you got to shampoo the carpet if it gets stains on there, or even if it doesn't have stains, and like maybe you're just someone who's like allergic to the stuff that, like the dust and the skin flakes and the shit that gets in carpet, probably literally shit particles in the carpet. Walked in from outside, people be walking in dog shit outside or whatever the fuck, walking around, dude. If you got pets, they be 100% tracking in fucking dog shit and cat shit and every other type of shit you can imagine just walking in through the house. Horse shit, cow shit, fucking elephant shit, cat shit. Did I say that one? You know? Gerbil shit, mouse shit, bird shit. It's all over the fucking house. And before you know it, you've got to clean it up yourself and waste an entire weekend shampooing and conditioning the floors with like one of those special vacuum cleaners and like, or whatever, that's a wet vac, you know? One of those. Or you got to pay like some cleaning crew to come through and blow a kazoo at the hour of 2, you know? It's just bullshit. Everything is so expensive. Who maintains the maintenance, man? It's like who watches the watchman? Who maintains the maintainers? Who maintains the maintainers? Well, that's an easy question to answer because it's you and me, buddy. We got to pass the buck. I mean, the buck gets passed us or whatever, and then we've got to hold it, and then we've got to do something with it. Can't just put it straight back in the piggy bank. We've got to split the buck up, and we've got to try and squeeze blood from it, stretch it as far as it will go, stretch it like elastic as far as it will go without snapping, because the dollar ain't worth shit. And if you try to spend it all at once, you're going to find that you don't have any money for food for the remaining days of the month. Like your stipend is gone before you can say, hey presto, or abracadabra, or alakazam, or whatever the fuck else, pesto pasta.
Oi, yeah, listen up, bruh. It's the spaceman, dude. Oi, yeah. Oi. Flunk high school but still pass grade. Had no job but still got paid. You ain't ever been out on the street but you dress like you're the best bum in the lane. Got a big house but you're out at night. Never stay home, still doing alright. $10 car but your man bag's Gucci. Flunk high school but still made uni. Where you gonna be without that check? You're gonna have to take that chain off your neck. Where you gonna be without that cash? If I catch you outside, it's gonna be like that. Where you gonna be without daddy's money? You don't wanna be, man, you wanna be running. Where you gonna be without that cash? If I catch you outside, it's gonna be like that. Dream big but not much talent. When it's time to network, you're all about it. More conversation, far less action. Don't work hard, there's no satisfaction. Move through the cruise like a virus. Act real hard but you don't wear high vis. Hang with the actors, hang with the art kids. You don't wanna catch me outside the yard, bitch. Never had a job interview. Cashed up and never had a job interview. Sleep on a mattress in a shared room with 5 other dudes, that's why you're confused. Never really had to worry about the pounds you got more cash in the bank than Tom Cruise. Don't stay home cause it hurt your credibility. Silly bitch, you never even had that ability. You never even had that kind of reputation. Born into a fortune, congratulations mate. Don't play fake, the money that I got is the money that I make. You don't really know what it's like on your own. Too many friends and a rich kid's home. Got 2 parents and a dog and siblings. Lot of money coming in the family business, so you never went without. Too much funds, there's just no doubt. And I ain't talking about Gwen Stefani, but you're a rich bitch and you spend daddy's money, ayy. Might deal drugs but got roughed up. Didn't do that for long, what's up? Thought you were tough but you just stuck up. Where you gonna be without that check? You're gonna have to take that chain off your neck. Where you gonna be without that cash? If I catch you outside, it's gonna be like that. Where you gonna be without that money? You don't wanna be, man, you wanna be running. Where you gonna be without that cash? If I catch you outside, it's gonna be like that. Your face just drives me mad. You're a rich kid be where the parties are. You don't wanna catch me outside the yard, bitch. Act real smart, got no brain but you act real smart. Man, do you even know who you are? Riding around town in your old man's car? Hey, you're a parasite, that's where you are, just a parasite. I should string you up like a kite, or cut you off just like a kite. It's in a storm at night, see I was born to fight and built to last. I could rob your ass and that's without a mask. I could run up on you, walk into your car and spend daddy's money at the nearest bar. Daddy's cash, that's what you spend, it's all daddy's cash. Living on people just like a rash. You don't wanna meet me in a clash, nah. Flunked high school but still passed grade. Had no job but still got paid. You ain't ever been out on the street but you dress like you're the best bum in the lane. Got a big house but you're out at night. Never stay home, still doing alright. $10 car but your man bag's Gucci. Flunked high school but still made uni. Where you gonna be without that check? You're gonna have to take that chain off your neck. Where you gonna be without that cash? If I catch you outside, it's gonna be like that. Where you gonna be without that money? You don't wanna be, man, you wanna be running. Where you gonna be without that cash? If I catch you outside, it's gonna be like that. Where you gonna be without that check? You're gonna have to take that chain off your neck. Where you gonna be without that cash? If I catch you outside, it's gonna be like that. Where you gonna be without that money? You don't wanna be, man, you wanna be running. Where you gonna be without that cash? If I catch you outside, it's gonna be like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey man, it's the spaceman, dude. Wait, yeah.
Welcome to the Milo Experience.
A lot of people are pointing to the history books, you know, saying that this is the type of thing that went down right before Adolf Hitler came into power. First of all, started to enforce carpet laws in every single person's house or whatever. And then, like, you know, second of all, he started to gas the Jews, you know. That's where it all started. And then, before you know it, now it's the year 2024 in Australia, and the government's trying to force what you can put on the ground or what you can even have on the what your floor is. You know, it's not enough to have wooden panels like wood timber flooring. Not enough to have fucking anything, tile, like marble, granite floor, whatever the fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just not on. They got a nickel and dime you every fucking cent of the way, just reaching into your pocket, skimming a bit off the top, you know? It's hard to get ahead, man. You can't get ahead in this carpet clown world. It's a clown carpet world. It's a world of clowns and carpets. Because I be doing juggling and honking my big red nose while I dance into the carpet court shop or whatever the fuck, looking for rugs and looking for fucking different types of material, colors, patterns. It makes me think of like some of the most famous carpets in the world, and the first one that comes to mind is the carpet from the Shining movie, you know? That's the Red Drum movie, the movie with the crazy stuff in it that everyone knows and everyone loves. Everyone loves The Shining with the crazy man in it. What's his name? Jack Kevorkian or Jack fucking Nicholson. That's the one. Jack Nicholson! One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He's a bit of a crazy old cow, that guy. A bit of a mad hatter. A bit of a cuckoo clock with a loaded spring that's popped. Cuckoo clock with a loaded spring pop. That's what Jack Nicholson is. And that lovely lady who just died, I forget her name, but she's got those big eyes and she looks like olive oil, and she played olive oil. She was born to play olive oil. She's a pretty girl though, but she's dead now. That's the one. That's the movie. There's a famous carpet in that. And if you watch the movie, you'll be able to see the famous carpet because it's got this famous design in it. Duh. World famous carpets of the world. I wonder what the first civilization to bring carpets into their homes was, man, and why they did it. Like, did they not have tiles, or they didn't have fucking concrete foundations or whatever? Probably like they were just like on like some mud hut or some shit like that or whatever. Or maybe it started off as like stone, like people like in the castles. Probably would have in the temples and like stone castles and stone temples around the world. Like I'm thinking like probably Persia, because they got like rugs, Persian rugs. And like India and places like that, maybe they invented carpet. Probably a good thing to know, a good thing to look into, probably a good rabbit hole to fall down in, is who invented carpet. But yeah, I'm thinking like royalty, royal places and royal abodes and dwellings and stuff like that. Those people that could afford to have big dead animals, that's probably where it started, right? Like hunters putting polar bears or like bear skins or fucking moose skin or whatever the fuck on their ground, on their floor. They would warm the place up all the way back since fucking teepee times. Yeah, probably people living in tents or caves or some shit. They probably skin the animal, make some clothes, and then make a carpet out of the rest. That's what I would do if I was living in prehistoric times. I mean, yeah, well, I guess prehistoric times there was still mammals around, so I'd be able to kill some stuff and skin it. Or even if there weren't no mammals with hair or fur around, I could kill some big-ass lizard, dinosaurs, or whatever the fuck else, and I could slash their skin off and make a nice scaly floor covering or whatever. Man, that'll be cool too. And now I could make clothes like reptile skin, snake skin clothes or whatever the fuck. Like I think it was a misstep to be covering ourselves in the fur of other creatures. We got like hair and fur of our own. I mean, it's not the greatest hair and fur. Depends on what part of the world you come from, I guess, because some motherfuckers be hairy AF, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people be hairy AF. But not me. I'm a bald guy with no hair on top of my head. I got hair on other parts of my body, but not on the top of my head. I mean, I do, but it's just real thin, so I shave it off because otherwise it looks bad. It looks bad, bro. It's embarrassing. I get shamed by people while I'll be walking down the street and children just recoiling in horror and women laughing and pointing and chads with their big afros just be like bouncing their hair in my face being like, ha ha ha, you're a dumb baldy, duh. You're dumb and you're bald. That's what they say to me. And I can't stand it anymore. I go home and I cry tears into my carpet. I'm really starting to think that it's times like this, like, you know, dire times with dire consequences for the times that we're in. The consequences are dire and the times are dire. Everything is critical right now. Everyone's redlining and maximized. Credit card debt is at an all-time high. And like the cost of living is just so brutal. And then they're trying to force this carpet shit on us, man. It's high time that I think me and, we need to, maybe not me, I don't want to incriminate myself or whatever. But I'm just saying, somebody out there, I'm not mentioning any names, I'm not really encouraging any individual people in particular, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, but, I wouldn't blame the people if those people decided to take matters into their own hands and maybe, start looting and pillaging the carpet stores or whatever the fuck, like the carpet warehouses, discount carpet warehouse, and, pinching themselves some big-ass rolls of carpet, hoarding it away in the garage and, selling it at a whatever, like, undercutting the government, bro, you know what I mean? If they're going to put, such a heavy lockdown on this fucking market, then the only answer is a black market. That's the only answer. When the government controls the free market, then the market is no longer free. So that means it's black markets for you and me. And I think history really shows us that anytime there's been, prohibition, or anytime that there's been some type of bad law that people don't agree with, that's when the nooks and crannies start overflowing with the scum. They get washed out into the sun, and then they take over for everyone. And look, I mean, as I said, I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't hold it against them. I really wouldn't hold it against them if I ran into one of those shady individuals and happened to find myself in possession of their carpet at a very cheap price as well. Because, you got to do what you got to do in these times, man. You got to do what you have to do. And no one else is going to moo like a cow unless you're going forward from here to now. The vacuum gang. The only upside that I can see to this new legislation regarding the floors of my house being covered with carpet is that now that all 100% of all, whatever, residential abodes and commercial spaces or whatever got to be 100% covered in upholstery or whatever, really opens up the market to cleaning businesses. So, I mean, if you didn't want to go the way of the black market crime, organized crime, wheeling and dealing in the back alleys of fucking Satan's kitchen, stolen carpets or whatever the fuck, then maybe, just maybe, you and a couple mates or maybe, family members or whatever could invest in the cleaning business, So many more carpets out there. A lot of people are going to be needing some stuff cleaned up, bruh. And they're not all going to do it themselves, especially the rich bastards. And if you can offer the services at an affordable enough price, then some of the poor bastards will probably use your services as well. So, all things considered, I think the future is looking. First of all, when I went into this episode, I thought the future was really looking grim. I thought all of our freedoms and all of our liberties and all of our liberations and the skyline was just coming crashing down and getting closed off, and like the borders were closing down. People were getting put into cuffs. They were checking us for all of our papers and registration numbers and barcodes, and if you didn't apply, then you had to fly or die. But now, as I reach towards the back half or the end of the episode, I'm starting to think, like, there's actually, these times present us a golden opportunity for us to look into the future with a little bit of more optimism, a little bit more hope. So I, for one, are going to be revving up that vacuum cleaner, pulling out the detergent and the carpet cleaner and the scrubbing brushes and all the rest of it, getting my shampoo and my conditioner and a big old bucket. And I'm going to go to Clean Town, baby. I'm going to get down to Cleaner Town with the disinfectant, bruh. It's a brighter, cleaner future, dude. That's what we're doing. That's what we're all looking forward to. A brighter, cleaner, easier tomorrow. Just where everyone can lay down, relax, take a deep breath, roll over, climb up the stairs, and then go into the bathroom, do your nails, do your hair, whatever, freshen up, put on a bit of deodorant, a little bit of cologne, whatever it might be, spray under your arms, make sure you wipe your bum, pick between your toes, and all the rest of it, Turn off the taps if you're finished in there and turn on the fan to get the fucking steam out so it doesn't fog up the mirror for everyone else. That's what I'm saying. So if we could all just work together to do these little things, just a small little thing, pay it forward like that. All we need to do is pay it forward. The buck was passed to us. We had to stretch it out, and now we have to move it on up, move it on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. But you watch, as soon as we start doing stuff like that, as soon as we start trying to make advances in our lives, trying to seize the day, trying to look towards a brighter future, just trying to hold on to a tiny, tiny little flame of hope inside, the government's going to come crashing down with some type of new regulation. Oh, your vacuum cleaner, if you're going to be providing services to the public, your vacuum cleaner has to be a level 1A type industrial cleaner that surpasses so many fucking whatever certifications and blah, 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 blah. And they'll just find another way to nickel and dime you out of your own business. So you'll be trying to survive in these trying times, dude, in these trying, crying and flying times. And you end up frying in the sun because no one cares to even fucking put on like a bit of sunscreen and just turn the lights down or whatever the hell else, You just get fried, baby, fried. Like a grizzled up fucking crispy piece of bacon, dude. So is it even worth trying? That's the question. I don't know what the answer is, but we're going to try and find out together. One way or another, we will find out together. Hand in hand, arm in arm, eye to eye, cheek to cheek. We'll be lifting ourselves up, moving ourselves forward, flying high with our legs spread and our wings closed into the sun, where we burn to a crisp like Icarus. Alrighty then. I think that's just about enough for episode number 29 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it for episode number 29. Looking forward to episode number 30. Are you? I am. I know that I am. I am really looking forward to it. It feels like a bit of another milestone. Every 10 episodes is a bit of a milestone, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm looking forward to approaching that number. A new chapter awaits. The 30s, the roaring 30s. We just had the roaring 20s. It's going to be the roaring 30s. The rolling 30s. I don't know. What are we going to call our 30s period? Our 30s era? I don't know. But we're moving on into it, baby. 30 episodes next week. Episode number 30 coming to you and your ears next week. But until then, you are listening to the podcast, aren't you? So you must be on YouTube or Spotify. So if you're on YouTube, go down to the comments right now and leave a comment saying bing bong or saying, hey Milo, or you know what? You could even say, happy birthday Milo, because today is my birthday. Isn't that fucking depressing? That's so depressing, man. Really got me bummed out, bruh. Bummed out. I'm such a sad sack. I can count the number of people that said happy birthday to me on one hand, bruh. That's how strange, weird, isolated, and alone I am. You know, that's how many people care, bruh. But you can show me you care by subscribing to the YouTube channel, liking the video, leaving a comment. And if you're on Spotify, follow the podcast on Spotify. Like this episode. Apparently you can do that. And interact with the poll. I put a poll there. You know what I mean? A poll with options. Duh. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I want to thank you for joining me today for episode number 29. Next week is episode number 30. So I will see you then for the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. Peace out.